So the league is in a very interesting place with this whole Bronny James situation because executives are coming out and saying regardless of him having cardiac issues, regardless of him averaging 4 points a game, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, they're willing to draft him. And there's a few multi-layered things happening here at the same time, with some of the owners actually trying to cash out and increase the evaluations of some of the NBA franchises. Keep in mind, when LeBron James rejoined the Cavaliers, they were the 19th team with the highest net worth. And by the time he joined them, he bumped up their net worth by over 500 million. And only the Lakers, Bulls, and the Knicks were worth more than the Cavs at the time. But let's check out what one of the executives has stated about Bronny James being drafted regardless.
I think everyone is preparing for him to go in the draft, and I'm dead serious. I think a lot of teams will take the stance that they'll draft him if there's a 1% chance LeBron will join them. So I'll be surprised if he doesn't enter.
Teams will definitely have a higher chance than 1% of getting LeBron James if they go ahead and draft Bronny. But make no mistake, this is all about boosting the net worth of some of these NBA teams. So stars being attached to these franchises have a huge impact on their net worth, as we can also see it play out in Phoenix, in which the owner purchased the team for an inflated price of $4 billion, and to somewhat maintain that evaluation, even though it dipped, he proceeded to go all in and acquire the services of Bradley Beal. Now, for most of us spectators on the outside looking in, it almost seems like they're attempting to win an NBA championship. But for quite a few of these owners, they're trying to maintain evaluations. The NBA, for the most part, is 60% marketing, 30% business, and 10% basketball. And make no mistake about it, it's definitely profit driven. And we've seen other large entities like Adidas be so profit driven that they even went back to work with Kanye West after he made certain remarks that made their brand look bad. And another layer to this situation that's kind of gets tricky, because unlike Adidas, the NBA is talent based as far as getting in. So when a player like Bronny gets drafted in, averaging 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists per game, along with cardiac issues, it puts the league kind of in a compromising position, because now you're drafting players by merit, not by skill. So drafting a player like Bronny in is going to show a lot of nepotism, but at the same time, the league is so profit driven. Can one of the franchises really say no of at least having a 1% chance of increasing the franchise's net worth by 400 to 500 million? We already seen the league take a boatload of cash from the gambling companies. And so far, they're willing to overlook a lot of the negatives that come with it. The scrutiny of being a fixed league, and also coaches and players being threatened over fans and spectators losing their parlays, as we've seen it play out with JB Bickerstaff in Cleveland, and also Bradley Beal last season having a run-in with a fan that cursed him out on his walk out from the tunnel. But again, there's a lot of money at stake here. And LeBron returning to Cleveland back in 2014 really serves as a proof of concept, as the Cavs were worth $515 million. And then once he made his return, this team climbed up all the way to $1 billion, going from the 19th highest net worth all the way to number 4. And this is all in one offseason. So we can only imagine how much the bump could possibly be at a time where franchises across all sports, and also the inflationary period that we exist in right now, where all assets across the board, whether housing, commercial real estate, are up at inflated prices.